Welcome to the show. And on the show today, I want to talk about the statement that breaks my heart. Statement that breaks my heart. Now, a lot of people say, "What is a broken heart? What can cause such a thing that it would break your heart?" Why do they say that breaks my heart? A lot of people might say because you're disappointed. I'm outside. By the way, I'm outside watching the chickens. My daughter wanted them out of the chicken coop for a while and let him get some fresh grass and come out, and maybe there's one that's not feeling well, so we're letting him out today. Let's count that there's actually 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think Tiny, who was named Tiny because it was the littlest one and is now the biggest chicken. If you want something to be big, name it a small thing. I think Tiny's in here. Hey, girl! Let's see where Tiny is. Is she laying an egg in here? I'll get my eye pecked out. Yeah, she's in there. She's in there. Okay. So, and Tiny's the dark one. So, if one of the chickens died, my daughter would be brokenhearted. It would break her heart, meaning she'd be so sad and hurt that one of her chickens that she raised from a little chick passed away. They're about 6 years old now. But I think she could get over a chicken dying pretty quick because she could get other chickens, and they're here to lay eggs and food for us, chicken eggs. Or chickens. Anyway, my toes, I have the iodine on them. I soak them 10 to 15 minutes. 15 minutes in Epsom salt, 2 to 3 teaspoons in 4 cups of water so you can get your toes under the water. And then you put iodine on every day. He said it could take weeks and weeks and weeks, so months. I'm thinking about August. Here it is April, and I'm thinking they won't be healing until August. I know they look weird, but that's what he said to do. Dr. Eric Berg on YouTube. Oh, I listen to a lot of things on YouTube. Richard Grannon for complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And back to what breaks your heart. I know when I went to the doctor with chest pain, like it's the 3rd time I went because my stomach acts up, and I had H. pylori, Helicobacter pylori, which was giving me a lot of stomach pain, and they diagnosed that about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and I took penicillin for 10 days, a double dose of penicillin for 10 days to cure that. And then when I went to the doctor after the same day, we put our dog down in the morning that we had 13 years, Millie, and my sister died that afternoon, Jean. I thought I was having a heart attack, and I went to the doctor, my family physician, and he said, you are not having a heart attack, but the symptoms sound like that heartbreak syndrome, which there is a medical term for it, where you're so brokenhearted that it's like you feel like your heart is going to just, I don't know, explode. It's going to fail. You're so heavy-hearted. That broken heart syndrome, it breaks my heart. It broke my heart. And I'm sure, because of the stress I go through, and you're not supposed to be anxious for anything and not be stressful or worry. What does worry add? Doesn't add one day to your life. Or concern, don't be so upset and tense and believe things that you've heard through the grapevine, But that's what the world does. They believe lies a lot of times. And one thing I believe that's a lie is that my husband had an affair with my sister-in-law because of her actions, but because in my heart, broken heart, didn't want to believe that someone who loved me as much as she pretended to love me she acted like me. She liked what I liked. She wanted to do what I wanted to do. She's 4. I don't know how many years younger than me. Maybe 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. She's younger than me. And I just thought she was all that and a bag of chips. And when she got mad at me, which she'll deny this to this day, that she didn't do anything wrong, that I'm crazy for the way I reacted. because I was brokenhearted and upset, and I'm going to be no contact with her because of this. The choice for me was either they had an affair or she was cruel enough to pretend like something was going on, showing up without calling, wearing the same bathing suit I bought because I told her my husband picked it out. She came swimming at our house. We had an above ground 18-foot pool, 4 foot high, 18 round, and she came with the same exact bathing suit. She just changed. She just changed. And it wasn't me who changed. I really thought she was so wonderful that there's no way she was acting like she was in love with my husband or just trying to kill my soul, shred me to death, kill me, broken heart syndrome, that she must have had an affair. Now you tell me how many people in this world today, no matter what race or religion or where you live, what country, what city, what town, what you believe, whatever, are there not people saying, I didn't do it, I didn't do anything, I didn't do anything, I didn't do anything. And they did. They're just lying. There's politicians like that, and they don't admit to it. And even if they did it, they're going to say, she reacted that way. She got all upset. She's the crazy one. Like the one at the, not the White House, but the building where they say there was a, what is the word they even use because it's so bizarre. The Capitol building. This one lady years ago said she was grabbed. He reached under her skirt and he was trying to do stuff with her, reach and do stuff. And he said it didn't happen. And everybody believes him. And she says it did. So who's lying? Of course, the person that reacts like emotionally, we're the liars. We're making it up. It's never happened. Now, I never followed my husband and found him with her or found them doing anything. It was things that someone who is infatuated with someone or having a thing she was doing and saying, like, I told her we're going to the Poconos for our honeymoon that we never took. It was like we were married already 10 years and we were finally going on a honeymoon. And she said, oh, I wish you'd take me with you. I would love to go along. Stuff like that. When we were down, I was doing my laundry, switching it to the dryer, and she was there. I have a memory like an elephant, which isn't a good thing either. And she'd say it's inappropriate things, but it's still me. I reacted wrong. I had like a heartbreak syndrome and almost a nervous breakdown because I thought the person I loved so much fell in love with my husband because we hung around and did everything together. And don't tell me that doesn't happen. It happens all the time in this world to people. But I know it's a lie that she was acting. She never came out and said a word. Nothing was confirmed. I didn't find them anywhere. I didn't follow him anywhere to find anything. Or I just think it happened because of my childhood of lots of infidelity with my brother's wives that cheated on them. And just infidelity in general and adultery that you see just all around the world. And humans are humans. So, of course, my heart was broken. I had a broken heart from that. I still think it hurts me enough that I have to cry about it sometimes. That it's either she was that evil, and of course, yes, she is cruel. She's a very cruel person, Richard Grannon. Thank you for that statement. You brought up very cruel people. Yeah, I have some traits. I have some narcissistic traits, and we all do. But those very cruel people that are even running this country, the United States of America, and the government, the politicians, they're never wrong. They will never confess to a mistake unless it gets them something in return. More votes, more power, more money, like that. And they'll stop at nothing to keep power. As you see what's going on right now with the trial. They're trying to accuse someone of misdemeanors and make it a federal case when they're letting people who murdered other people go. This world is turned upside down. But anyway, broken heart syndrome. It breaks my heart to know that people are like that. And when I said to my daughter many years ago, probably 25, 30, because she's going to be 40 soon. She was probably 15, so 25 years ago, that I thought everybody was like me. I didn't mean that I'm so wonderful that I think everyone is like me. I just thought there was people who had some compassion, some heart, some truth, and that there aren't so many very cruel people in the world who they can't admit they made a mistake or they just might die. Guess what? We're going to die anyway. So if she's listening to this, my sister-in-law, who, if she hears it, will know who I'm talking about. If she would have just been honest that, yes, I was highly pissed off at you and I wanted you to hurt, like the statement you said about my babysitter having to quit because her husband was jealous of my husband and her. And I said, that's how some people are. And I was telling her for 5-6 years how I'm a green monster jealousy person. And things that happened that made me so jealous that were probably trivial things to other people. Like my cousin Karen from Oregon sitting next to my husband on a bed in a hotel room. I told her all these things. She had a list saved up. Richard Grannon, defend me here, please. They are there. They're very cool people. And you even go to counseling with the preacher and it's, I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. And then I list the things. Well, even if I did those things, it's not my fault. Your marriage is so bad. I didn't do anything wrong. You're crazy. You reacted the way you did. Gaslighter, gaslighter. That's what she is. And that's the way it's going to be for the rest of my life here. It's short time on earth. I'm 66, so I don't have a whole lot of years left. And she's a family member, although her husband passed away now, so that brought up other things in my mind. Oh, now she's single. She's a widow, so maybe my husband would go back with her. So I go berserk all over again in my mind because she played the gaslighting game with me. First, she love-bombed me for years, acted like me, liked the things I liked, wanted to do the things I want to do. Guess what? She's an elementary school teacher. What did I want to be? An elementary school teacher, but I quit college. I only have about a year, not even a year, because we ran out of money because I went back to college when I was like 29 or something. I don't know the exact dates or how old I was, but I was younger and I could have been a teacher. But anyway, that's not her fault that I didn't make it through college. But I'm saying she mucked my mind. But I was mentally ill enough to be so jealous because I saw so much infidelity and adultery in my childhood and being told basically go away, go play, you're to be seen and not heard. And this is therapy for me, talking, and I love it. And I want to do it less. I want to do more cruises and see the sights like Nashville, Tennessee, and Smoky Mountains and Dollywood and Silver Dollar City, Hershey Park. Go do that and have videos to share with people who can't get out and they can see this stuff. And here I am videoing chickens talking about very cruel people again. I just want the truth. Yeah, I need mental health help. I confess that. And I went so many times, and paid $200 for 50 minutes because 10 minutes they take to get ready of counseling. I know all the answers. I know I didn't catch him. I know I didn't follow him and find anything. She effed my mind. She mind screwed me big time. Gaslighter, like I said. So I want to keep this under 15 minutes, and I see we're around 13 something, so I'm trying to do less about this. It's not easy. Richard Grannon knows. Listen to his videos on YouTube and on Facebook. Richard Grannon, he's telling the truth. But it's not an excuse. I'm not a victim. She's not a victim. I didn't just pick her out of nowhere to say things that she thinks she's so innocent of. She mind screwed me. Anyway, no contact. And if anybody in the family doesn't like it, too bad. If you're listening, any family members of mine. No contact will stay. And if she wants to play games with me again, I'm going to say right out, go away. I don't want to be close to you because you are something special. And that's where it's going to stay. I can go to the bathroom. I can leave. It's no contact. It's gray rock. Don't say much. One word or two. There's people that she talks so nice to and she never mind screwed them. So they think she's wonderful because she's so charming. But anyway, they're out there. You people who listen to Richard Grannon and heard about the truth of narcissistic personality disorder from Sam Vaknin. I think is he in Jerusalem again? I'm not sure. Anyway, I think he was living in Russia for a while. Anyway, God loves us all. He doesn't love the sin we do. He doesn't love the way things are in the world. And he knew there were sins, so he confounded our language and separated us. And now we fight over skin color. Look at these chickens here. They're all different colors, and they're getting along just fine. I don't get it. I thought people had compassion. I didn't know. I was naive, but now I know, so I grow up. I'm not 4 years old anymore. Thank you, Richard Grannon. And I hope everyone's having a wonderful day and that you just keep dancing.